Hi, how you guys doing today? This is Rich from RICHTVLIVE. Thank you for joining me from all over the world. I appreciate all your support. And today's topic is Warren Buffett. And Buffett's Berkshire stock underperforms the most since 2009. This is from the Wall Street Journal, published today. The conglomerate stock rose on MarketWatch, rose 11% in 2019 compared to a 31.5% total return in the 500, underperforming the S&P 500 by more than 20%. Warren Buffett sought to reassure investors about Berkshire Hathaway Inc.'s long-term future on Saturday, following an underwhelming year for the conglomerate's performance. Do you know that Buffett is now 89 years old? What a champ. The 89-year-old Buffett, Berkshire's chairman and chief executive, is renowned for his long-term success as a stock investor and deal maker. But in recent years, Berkshire's BRK.B, up 0.51% on trading on Friday, stock performance has failed to beat the market. Berkshire stock rose 11% in 2019, still went up, compared with a 31.5% total return in the S&P 500. Incredible year for the S&P 500, including dividends. Berkshire's biggest underperformance since 2009. Buffett has long said that investors should focus on companies' long-term performance and ignore short-term fluctuations in the stock market. Some investors have agitated for Berkshire to spend more of its massive cash pile buying back shares or paying a dividend. They have also asked to hear more from Ajit Jain and Greg Abel, the two Berkshire vice chairmen who are leading contenders to succeed Buffett as CEO. Buffett's going to hold on till 100. In his annual letter to shareholders released Saturday, Buffett mostly skirted the issue of Berkshire's underperformance relative to the broader market. But he said shareholders should not be worried about the future of Berkshire after he or his 96-year-old business partner, Berkshire Vice President Charlie Munger, die. Wow, Charlie Munger, 96, and Warren Buffett, 89. These guys are living forever. Your company is 100% prepared for our departure, Buffett said. He also said that Berkshire's annual meeting in May, shareholders will be able to ask questions of Jain and Abel. This is a change from previous meetings where any comments by Berkshire leaders besides Buffett and Munger have been rare. I'm so excited for that. I think it's an absolutely terrific idea, said Thomas Russo, partner at Gardner, Russo and Gardner, a long-term holder of Berkshire shares. He said it would be helpful for shareholders to hear more directly from Jain and Abel about overseeing the day-to-day operations of Berkshire's companies. Berkshire increased its buybacks in the fourth quarter to $2.2 billion, bringing its total repurchases to the year to $5 billion, the company said. That still barely dented the company's huge pile of cash, which totaled $128 billion as of December 31st. Wow, unbelievable. No wonder the stock is trading over $300,000 a share. The company said Saturday, slightly down from a record $128.2 billion at the end of the third quarter. In his letter, Buffett lamented the difficulty of finding attractively priced acquisition targets that are big enough to move the needle for Berkshire. The opportunities to make major acquisitions possessing our required attribute are rare, he said. Interesting. The opportunities to make major acquisitions possessing our required attributes are rare. He doesn't really see too many opportunities for companies to acquire that has everything he's looking for. That's an interesting comment. And you got to know that the market right now is very highly overpriced. So it's probably not the best time to be making deals. What do you guys think about this? Steven says, boom, first. Franco be second. Benny Vid says LOK. Fuad, yo, what's up, Fuad? Thank you for being a Rich TV Live member, man. I appreciate your support. Steven says, Cyber talking negative about Rich TV in last vid. Hey, man, haters gonna hate, bro. What are you gonna do about it, man? Steven says, anyway, just a heads up, Rich, looking out for the community. I appreciate your support, man. Thank you so much. What do you guys think about Warren Buffett? What do you think about Berkshire? What do you guys think about the fact that Berkshire is underperforming in an all-time high market? Is that just like a weird thing? Is that just a freak thing? $128 billion in cash. $128 billion in cash is what Berkshire Hathaway has on hand. $128 billion in cash. What a beast. Buffett's a beast. How you guys all doing? Michelle Clark, how you doing, Michelle? Thank you for being here. Michelle Clark says, does he have a successor? His clients better hedge. They have probably become too comfortable. Yeah, he's been paying on average about 20% returns per year. Investors have been getting. So it's been pretty amazing for them as far as dividends and for returns as far as just the market. Richie Rich says, Buffett lives off Coke and candy. Crazy. I don't know about that. I don't think he lives off Coke and candy, but I heard he does like cheeseburgers. Flor de Oro says, hi. Hey, how you doing, Flor? Thank you for joining us here late night and joining your late night vampire here, talking about Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett's always kind of been one of those investors that I've always dreamed of kind of becoming like, and to see him underperforming the S&P 500 is kind of weird because he usually overperforms and outperforms the S&P 500. It goes to show how hot the markets are right now. The markets are on fire. Flora says, Michelle Clark, did you get your Rich TV Live correspondent position? You guys can all be correspondents, man. Just make me videos. We can go live, be interactive, and talk about what's going on in certain places all over the world. Absolutely. Fuad says, Berkshire Hathaway has now returned 20.3% annualized since mid 1964. That turns $100 into $2.74 million. Wow. That's unbelievable. So yeah, obviously their shareholders are happy. Flora says, hit the like button. Thank you, Flora. Appreciate you guys hitting the like button, the 66 likes. We got a small crowd here tonight. It's okay. You're joining your late night vampire. You're Rich from Rich TV Live. And we're talking about Mr. Buffett, who I honestly have idolized. I'm kind of a fanboy. And, you know, he's 89 years old and I'm 42. So I still have a lot of time. To create a name the way Warren Buffett has, because he's definitely created a name. Berkshire's biggest deal in 2019 was a $10 billion investment in Occidental Petroleum Corp's bid to acquire Anadarko Petroleum Corp. Some of Berkshire's 60-odd subsidiary completely acquisitions. Some of Berkshire's 60-odd subsidiaries completed acquisitions, but those deals tend to be small. Berkshire spent $1.7 billion on bolt-on acquisitions in 2019. The company said up from $1 billion the prior year. I think there's more capacity for buybacks, said James Shanahan, senior equity research analyst at Edward Jones. It's no doubt that the significant outstanding cash balances have been an extraordinary drag on earnings. Outstanding cash balances have been an extraordinary drag on earnings. It's no doubt that the significant outstanding cash balances have been an extraordinary drag on earnings. The Omaha, Nebraska conglomerate reported net earnings of $29.2 billion or $17,909 per Class A share equivalent, up from a loss of $25.4 billion or $15,467 a share the year before. Well, that's very positive. from a net earnings of $29.2 billion or $17,909 per Class A share, up from a loss of $25.4 billion or $15,467 a share the year before. So that's a huge jump in 1 year, from a $25 billion loss to a $29 billion net earnings. Berkshire's Berkshire's earnings were mostly boosted by unrealized investment gains. Well, the markets are melting up, so that makes sense. While its results a year ago were dragged down by an unexpected write-down at Kraft Heinz Co. Berkshire posted operating earnings of $4.4 billion, down from $5.7 billion a year earlier, due to lower results in insurance underwriting and some of Berkshire's smaller operating businesses. Operating earnings exclude some investment results, and Mr. Buffett has said they are more reflective of Berkshire's performance than net earnings, which can fluctuate widely due to unrealized investment gains or losses. Berkshire's Class A shares closed Friday at $343,499 per share. That's right, $343,499 per share, up 1.1% for the year. In contrast, the S&P 500 is up already 3.3% this year. The market melt-up continues as I predicted. And I believe it will continue to, despite the fact that we do have a coronavirus, which, depending on how that goes on a day-to-day basis, will have an effect on the market. Kathy Seifert, equity analyst, CFRA Research, said she thought Buffett should have addressed Berkshire's result compared with the index more directly. It's easy to say you're not concerned about the short-term performance, she said, but this short-term underperformance could turn into a longer-term underperformance. Wow, that's very bearish. Berkshire's run a large insurance operation as well as railroad, utilities, industrial manufacturers, and retailers. Its holdings include recognizable names like Dairy Queen, Duracell, Fruit of the Loom, Geico, and See's Candies. Interesting companies. Dairy Queen. Wow. Batteries, Duracell. Fruit of the Loom, underwear, Geico Insurance, and candies. Berkshire's insurance business sits at the core of its money-making machine. Insurance brings in billions of dollars of float upfront, premiums customers pay, and that Berkshire invests for its own gain. Interesting. So they invested in insurance. Insurance brings in billions of dollars of float, upfront premiums customers pay, and that and then Berkshire invests it for its own gain because they're so smart that they actually make money with the money. Berkshire also holds large stock investments, including in Apple Inc. and Wells Fargo and Co. Wow. Great holdings, Apple and Wells Fargo for sure. What do you guys think about that? This is the best investor of all time. If we want to be great investors, we need to play with the best. And Warren Buffett's the best. So we need to think like Buffett. As far as I'm concerned, we need to think like Buffett. Fuad says done. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you. We got 10 likes. Thank you guys. Michelle Clark says, yes, he told me that I am free to look for companies. Yeah, you guys can look for companies anywhere you want. Let's go. Let's build. It's Rich TV, live and interactive. Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Friday night. It doesn't make no difference, man. We're live. We're interactive. It's as interactive as it gets. Is Rich TV live on Discord so we can talk on there? Not right now, but we can get on Discord one day for sure. Is Buffett good to invest? Yeah, I would definitely follow Buffett. He's the best investor ever. Steven says Buffett always has plans. The game is to figure out what's going on in Buffett's mind. Follow the money. Well, definitely Wells Fargo and Apple are two great investments as far as I'm concerned. Richie Rich says the Berkshire Hathaway CEO drinks about 5 cans of Coca-Cola products a day, constantly munches on See's candies, and uses so much salt that John Stumpf, the former Wells Fargo CEO, said. Yeah, well, he's 89 years old, man, so you can't complain. I mean, like, he's outlived a lot of people that are probably going to the gym every day and watching what they eat. So how can you complain? I mean, the guy's doing something, right? And Charlie Munger's 96 and he's still going, so they're doing something right. Max says Buffett bailed out Home Capital at 5.5, now trading at 35. Trudeau went to beg for him to invest, got pennies on the dollar. He only buys cheap. Yeah, he's this. That's how investors get rich. That's how the rich get richer. They buy cheap. They don't want to buy something expensive. They want to buy it cheap. Richie Rich says he's giving away all of his money to charity when he dies. Yeah, I heard about that. It's weird, right? Not that he's giving it away to charity. I think that's a great cause. It's just weird that you work so hard and you wouldn't even give it to your kids. I don't understand that, but everybody's different. Michelle Clark says his company has a lot of cash. He does not find anything interesting in the market alarming. I think the market's overpriced, and he's kind of saying that. That's the message I'm getting. But I don't know. Everyone can. It's like cryptic, right? When he's writing a message, you want to kind of read between the lines. I think it's because the prices are too high for everything. The market's really hot. We're in a market melt up. Worth says, hi all. I just learned Gilead is making the coronavirus medicine. Might be headed higher. Yeah, GILD, guys. Put it on your watch list. Put it on your radar. Michelle Clark says Wells Fargo is paying a fine of about $3 billion. I heard. Yeah, these guys, the big banks, they play hard. they play hard and then they have to pay hard. But you got to play to pay, and it's the part of doing business. It's cost of doing business at that level. Steven says saw a low-grade video about Apple car competing with Tesla. Anybody think that's a possibility in 10 years? I think anything's possible. We live in a crazy world and things are changing so fast. Things are changing so fast, so quickly. Things change so fast, so quickly, like that. So yeah, anything's possible. People see the opportunity in Tesla and they're going to say, hey, you know what? Let's get into that. Why wouldn't Amazon get into it? Wouldn't Apple get into it? Why wouldn't Facebook get into it? Why not? So anyone can do anything. So it's just a matter of whether or not they want to do it. Word says KHC, Kraft Heinz dumped so hard right after he bought it. Yeah, sometimes things aren't going to go your way. It's the markets. Michelle Clark says Tesla has more infrastructure and supply lines and relationships in place. Yeah, I think Tesla has a great future. All right, guys, I don't want to do this long. There's a big fight coming. Fury versus Wilder. Enjoy the fights. This is your boy Rich from RICHTVLIVE. Just wanted to bring you this news from Berkshire Hathaway CEO Warren Buffett, the greatest trader of all time. One of my heroes. I am a fanboy. I hope you guys have a great evening. If you're not winning, you're not watching. Just trying to bring you guys the news late night. Your Nate Vampire, your boy Rich from RICHTVLIVE. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for joining me. And I'm out. Peace. Invest in the best is blessed, and Warren Buffett is the best. It's true. It's your boy Rich from RICHTVLIVE. Have a great night, everybody. Fury or Wilder? I don't know. What do you guys think? Fury or Wilder? Fury or Wilder?